Hiya, Peter here, back in the garden and another of my short films. Today I'm going to try and do a little bit of skew chisel work. I'm not going to do everything about a skew, but just do a little bit. And to start off with, I'm going to just quickly do some revision and speed through the cleaving and the axe work and the draw knifing and get it onto the lathe and roughed out, ready to start using the skew chisel. Time for some cleaving, but before we start I just want to let people know I use an axe to cleave, whack it on the top, but you can use a solid wooden wedge or a solid metal wedge, put it on the top and knock it down. I'll do a demonstration of that when I'm cleaving some longer logs. I don't tend to use it for short logs, but other people do. It's a good way of cleaving. So whatever works well for you. One thing I'm not sure whether I said in my last film on cleaving is watch out for the axe, because you keep on hitting it on the top, then you widen the eye, or you open up the eye a little bit, so the axe head starts to go loose. So you don't want a loose axe head, so every once in a while a new wedge in there, or just tighten up the axe head onto the handle. So just watch out for, over time, that eye opening up. Other than that, just get yourself a very cheap axe and that does nicely for cleaving. Okay, here we go. Billet all ready. We're going to clip that clip. We're going to cleave that in half, straight down the middle. Get it perpendicular, straight down, and then we're going to just cleave tangentially and get rid of the pointy bit. Beginning to run off, so come from the other end. And there we have the bit ready to start axing. Nice stance, warm up your muscles and away you go. There's the billet. Here we go. Using an English draw knife. It's got straight arms in line with the blade. It just feels a little bit different to the other one. Nice low angle, and on the back I've put a slight micro bevel so it doesn't dig in. Here we go. Okay, all roughed out, so time to centre it. Centered and ready to go. Notice how I roll the chisel. Move that. So here we've got a nice smooth billet. Again, I'm going to go through what we're going to do. Pushing up and down, a nice long stroke. This is what I forget to tell people to start off with. People try and relate what they're doing with the pole to what they're doing with the chisel. And so what happens, they want to be really careful with the chisel, so they start slowing down, and as they get closer to the piece of wood they're cutting, they slow down because they want to be ever so careful, and by the time they get there they literally stop, and it's not going to work. So try and divorce what you're doing with the chisel to what you're doing with the treadle. So your treadle's just going to go all the way up and all the way down, independent of what you do with the skew chisel. Obviously you've got to time the skew chisel to hit when you're pushing down, but that's all you need to think about. So I'm going to, for example, go straight in, take it off, but my foot's still going up and down. Same cadence, same rhythm. So I can go up, I'll just do it again. On, off, on, off, on, off, on, off. But I'm keeping the treadle going up and down. Now I'm going to try and widen this out, so I'm going to come to one side and I can gently put the chisel on. I'm not trying to push hard with the chisel. Let's try this again here. See, I'm still bobbing up and down the same rhythm with my treadle. Gently does it. How much you take off is dependent on what you do with your hand, not your foot. So if I want to take a light cut, I only put the chisel on lightly. If I want to take a heavier cut, then I push a bit harder with the chisel. The treadle keeps going up and down the same cadence. So I want to come the other side, get a little line coming, and in a minute I'm going to do a real close-up just so you can see what I'm doing. We've got a V, I'm going to come on the other side, I'm using the tip, and then we dig in. Let's try that again. It's a good example. What I did was I angled the chisel too far over. I hit the flat side rather than the tip, as I said before, and it pulls over. It's quite a fine balance between angling it over a little bit and it catching and not catching. So what to do if this happens? As I said before, you can smooth it off, but you can take a really light cut and redefine that V if you're careful. Light little cut, down we go, and then I can do another, widen that cut, and we've got a couple of nice V's. What I'll do tomorrow is show you how to round it over and how not to dig in. There we go, but we'll carry on using the tip and I'll concentrate a bit more tomorrow. Let's stop this and I'll come in from a different angle and show you again. Okay, this is probably as close as I can get it at the moment with my equipment. We may do some changing, but straight on. Make a little line, don't let it bounce up, so keep on taking your chisel off. Now I'm going to go angle to one side, open up that V and angle to the next side. And you can see it's all rough down the bottom, so I've got to come down again. Let's come down again. So you can see, make a line and then slowly bring it down. Can you see I'm just using the tip and I'm trying my best not to hit the camera but not to push too hard with my chisel. So you can see it's probably taken about 7 or 8 pumps with my foot to get down to the bottom. I'm not trying to do it all in one go. Just to one side. Slowly take it down. Clean it out down the bottom. Let's do it one more time. See what I did there? I jumped out of the groove, which makes it a bit more difficult. Now we've got back in the groove now. And clean it out down the bottom. Hopefully that shows you how to use the tip of the skew chisel. Tomorrow or the next film we'll flip the skew chisel over and start coming round and curling things off. Hey, remember, if you like this, do like it, do comment, do share it, do subscribe to my YouTube channel, look at me at Instagram and all those different things, and I'll see you next time.